for a small business to market themselves right now is through a program called Google Adwords. And we hear that all the time, but we really want to break it down. What does that even mean, Mike?
So Google AdWords is part of SEM, an acronym for search engine marketing. And that's part of the Google stack, which allows customers to see your business or product through text AdWords links at the top of every page. So when you go to a search engine and you type in isotonics OPC3, you will see green barred ads that come up at the top, normally 3 or 4. That is Google AdWords.
So it's sort of like paid placement.
It is pay-per-click placement.
Right. So I kind of look at that as a billboard on the internet. If you really want to make sure that your message or a specific ad or a specific web page is showing up when people search for a specific thing, you can actually pay to be pushed to the top in that ad space.
But the billboard, again, is hyper-targeted because it's keying off of a keyword. So the only people who are seeing your billboard are people who are typing in a keyword that's relevant to your keyword, to your billboard.
Right.
And to get even deeper into that, you can hyper-target by location, called geo-targeting. So if you only want to target to people, say, in New York State, you could just put in New York, and your ads will only be seen in New York.
Wow, that's really awesome. And then you can actually measure the results from the different advertising that you're paying for, see how it's working, and adjust where necessary and at any time, right?
100% visibility in real time.
And again, I love what you said earlier about how more antiquated marketing techniques had no accountability, where something like this is completely transparent. You can see exactly what the return on your investment is when you do something like a Google ad campaign.
Correct.
Any day of the week, any time, I can call Mike and say, are we in formula or not on any of our paid programs? And he knows, not let me check and get back to you, or let me crunch the numbers and get back to you. He can pull something up and say, yes, we're in formula, no, we're not in formula. And by the way, we're always in formula.
We're always in formula, yeah. So one of the things I like about this is what big businesses are doing. And I think that a lot of small business owners or nonprofit leaders look at this and say, okay, well that's something that big business is doing, but actually according to Google, 88% of people that search for a local business go there within 24 hours. So this is a very powerful way to market a small to medium-sized local business or organization.
And if you're concerned about budget, because isn't everybody concerned about overspending, you could put in a max budget for a day or a week. So you only want to spend $10 a day, you could add that into Google, and it'll cap it at that $10 a day.
So like we talked about earlier with Facebook advertising, where the concern about spending and losing and learning the hard way, right? Well, same thing here. You can go in at a very low risk proposition. You can play around, you can learn, you can look at your effectiveness. You can put in $5, $10, $20 and learn, not thousands and thousands of dollars. And the programs that Mike runs for us are very substantial. We have a keyword portfolio of over 1 billion keywords because of the number of products that we have. It's a huge, just the feeds it supported are huge. Okay? We can't handle that in-house. We work with an agency on all of this stuff to do our feed optimization and our bid optimization.
Because you want that professional input about how to best spend your advertising dollars so you get the most back for it.
That, you want a team of people working on it full-time, and this is their specialty, this is what they do. And again, you get to leverage the agency's employees as well. So instead of being Mike and I, we now get to grow our team by 5 or 6, 7 people because of the agency staff as well.
Yeah, you need to have that support built in. And the reality is most small business owners, they don't specialize in SEM. They don't specialize in, any kind of SEO. And so when they log into their Google account and they're trying to figure out, what demographics do I want and how much should I be spending? I mean, some industries are more expensive than others to advertise in. And so if you're throwing too much money at one and not enough at another, you're not going to see the results. So one of the things I love about our product, our Google AdWords product, is that we have a team of digital marketing experts that do know how to read all of that, and they can actually meet with you and decide, or discuss what are the goals, what kind of customer do you want to acquire, and where do they live, what kind of, just all of the important information that they can use to make a really focused, targeted campaign for you, so that you're not just trial and erroring your way through a Google AdWords campaign, but you have something that's smart, that's targeted, and going to see the results that you want.
No, and that's critical to the success of the campaign. And again, that's the same approach that we use at corporate with Shop.com is, we dig in really deeply, and we don't just you know, the term in the industry is set it and forget it. We don't just set it and forget it. We're constantly in there kicking the tires and trying to optimize. And it's a constant, I won't say struggle, but exercise.
Right. And what would you say, just to wrap this up, what would you guys say this can do for a small business owner in terms of level playing fields with big business?
So I'll go first on that. I think Google AdWords, SEM, etc., a lot of the things that we talked about today really do level the playing field and enable any small business owner with a website to be able to drive traffic to their website and compete with anybody. So if you are, a perfect example, so we were talking about like the local pizza owner, right? Well, the local pizza owner is competing with Pizza Hut and Papa John's and Domino's and some of the other big ones that are out there, right? And then all the frozen DiGiorno stuff that's at the supermarket, okay? Yeah. So how does that guy compete with all, you know, how does that pizza maker compete with all of them? And the answer is when someone types into Google, best pizza in the area or best fresh pizza, you've got to show up at the top there. And how do you do that? You have to either have the know-how or bring in the people who have the know-how so that your business can get lit up. Mm-hmm. And this is where, I mean, I've been an e-commerce and digital guy for almost 20 years, but if I was a brick and mortar business person and I had a website, I mean, you have to do this stuff. I mean, you absolutely have to do it. Otherwise, you have a website, but you don't have a digital business.
Right.
Okay, and it's all about getting people to your website so that you can do more e-commerce.
It's like having a phone number that you don't share with your customers. Having a website that isn't marketing doesn't make any sense.
Exactly right.
Right.
And there's a very low threshold, low barrier to entry with Google AdWords. Like I said, for $10 a day, you could be acquiring customers that become lifelong customers and then brand ambassadors for your business, your product, your service. The word of mouth is very, very important. So when you have a Google AdWords campaign, you can also get an email address. You can publicize your telephone number. Google AdWords also has what's called click-to-call, so you can have a telephone number, and when you're searching or your customer searching on their mobile phone, they can just click the telephone number and it goes right to your store or office.
So every small business owner and every nonprofit leader out there really should have a strategy for marketing their website, and certainly Google AdWords is a quick and effective way to do that.
Absolutely, and the suite of products that we talked about from their website is really, really great, really tailored to the small business owner and really addresses a lot of the concerns that we talked about today in terms of what's the need, and they can clearly fill that need, but also recognizing the limitations and the needs of the small business owner, and that really fills that void as well.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.